Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down there and also follow me on Instagram. And let's get started with this video because we're doing a fancy makeup look, but it's super easy and super cool, and let's go. As you can already tell by the title, I'm doing a soft glam look, like my usual soft glam look when I'm going out, and it's super simple but it looks super elegant and sleek, and you're gonna look amazing no matter what. So let's get started with the actual tutorial because I'm rambling a lot. And over here I need to tell you that if I'm looking downwards, that's because I have a mirror over here, so don't mind that, and let's get started. Let me just say, my skin does not look good right now, but we're gonna cover everything up, so you don't need to worry about that. And let's begin with some cream face contouring that I'm going to start with. I'm gonna use some of my favorite products for this specific look, and basically I'm going to start with a Maybelline contouring stick. You can find this, it's a drugstore product. You can probably find it anywhere they sell drugstore products, like even at the supermarket. So this one's the Master Contour. Oh, and also I'll have everything linked down below, so don't forget to check out the description box. And let's begin with the contouring. It's a cream contour. I'm going to place that on my hand, on the back of my hand, for it to get some warmth. And so it is better when you apply it, and it has a better texture, and it just applies better. I'm gonna use a brush like this one, which is pretty dense, but it has that angle, and it is a contouring brush, I feel like. And I'm gonna start out by carving my cheekbones, and then some on the forehead, on the sides, and some under the chin, just to make that more bam, you know. And also don't be scared if it's too much, if it's too intense, because you're going to apply some foundation on top of that, so you're not going to see that intensity that you are seeing right when you apply it. Also, it's been a while since I filmed a makeup tutorial in English. I feel like I've forgotten how fun it is. Don't forget to mix everything in your hairline so you don't have that white over here and then another shade on your actual face and the forehead. And I'm actually running out of this product, which is a shocking thing because I actually love this for cream contour. I haven't gotten my hands to the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour palette because I don't know, I gravitate towards this one, so I feel like sometimes I don't even need the palette. You could do also some nose contouring, but I do not do that. I'm just bored to do that nowadays. I don't really care. My hair over here is crazy, you can see that? Okay. And for the contouring under your chin, I'm actually planning under the jawline. Just because you don't want it to look weird, and I actually saw this from a Tatty video with Scott Barnes. I'm guessing all of you have seen it, but basically I'm just doing it under so that it creates that shadow that you actually have from a really defined jawline. Okay, now I'm going to move on to foundation. I'm actually using a drugstore product. I usually use the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation because I feel like it's the best for my skin. It always looks flawless no matter what, and it's not like cakey, it's not heavy on my skin, and it looks really natural but also has coverage. I feel like it's the perfect foundation for me at least. But today I'm actually using a drugstore Old Fave, which I haven't really used. I used it in another tutorial and I fell in love with it all over again. It is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Stay Fresh foundation. It's this over here, and I'm just gonna apply that on my hand again, on the back of my hand. Some 2 pumps I feel like is enough, and I'm gonna take a real, like a flat brush, a really dense one, and I'm just going to press it on my hand and just like really like get it in there, but from the middle going outwards. I don't apply a primer anymore just because I feel like it really dries me out. And yeah, if you do apply primer, you could apply it in the beginning before everything else. And because of this quarantine, I've actually forgotten how to look with some makeup on, and it feels so refreshing actually doing my makeup again. If you've seen other videos of mine, I actually tend to go eyes and eyeshadow first and then like the rest of my face. But with this makeup look, you're not gonna have fallout that much. You're gonna use some neutral shadows, so I feel like that's not necessary. And so I'm going with face products first. And I'm actually going to use some of the foundation with the same brush and apply that on top of my lids just for a nice base. And I have a really pimple over here, like a breakout. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it and it's driving me crazy. Now I'm going to conceal everything, and okay, my hair is looking really crazy, don't mind that. Now I'm going to conceal everything. I'm going to use the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. It is my absolute favorite of them all, and I'm just going to do some under eye concealing over here, and I'm also going to do some highlighting with this one just because why not. And I'm gonna use a Real Techniques beauty sponge. It is my holy grail when it comes to beauty sponges. I feel like it's flawless and it's not expensive and perfectness. So I'm also using it over here, a little bit on the nose, some over here just because I get a little red, and then on the chin, and just blending everything out. And I'm obviously gonna set everything with some Mercier loose setting powder, the translucent one, and I'm also setting the lids. Okay, let's do some bronzing, and I'm not doing contouring again just because we have that coat underneath of our makeup with the contouring. And I'm going to use a fave that I haven't used in a while. It is from Colourpop and it is the CA Dreaming, and it is this shade, which I feel like is pretty universal. It's not like super warm. Perfect. I'm gonna use a really big fluffy brush and just dip it in there, tap off the excess. For highlighter, I'm going to use from Makeup Revolution the Sophx highlighting palette, which is amazing, and I'm going to use this golden shade over here. And I'm gonna use a brush like this, a big, not like big, but like a blending brush for eyes, but it is a face product. And also because I have a breakout over here on my cheek, I am not actually applying highlighting on top of that because I'm going to make that look even worse and more intense actually. Also some on the forehead, over here, on the chin. And then with a smaller brush like this one, going to do the nose and some highlighting in the inner corners. Okay, let's do brows. For brows, I'm going to first use a spoolie to brush them upwards, and I'm gonna use from Maybelline the Brow Satin Pencil in the shade Medium Brown, and I'm just gonna fill some spots. I'm not pressing really hard just because I want some natural, nice brows. And I'm brushing again with the spoolie to blend everything in. And then with some Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel, I'm just gonna set those brows in place. Because I can see my lips like this, I'm going to do lips before like the actual eyeshadow. But first I'm gonna use the NYX Dewy Finish Shading Spray. And I'm gonna spray that all over my face to set everything so that it lasts all day or all night long. For lips, I'm going to use from Catrice the lip foundation pencil in the shade 040. I take you to the chocolate shop, and I'm gonna line my lips. I feel like that's pretty good, and I'm going to use from NYX the soft matte lip cream in the shade London. This shade is pretty cute and nice. And on top of that, I'm going to apply some lip gloss from Fenty Beauty. It's in the shade Fenty Glow. And let's get to the eyes. For the eyes, I'm doing a really like a soft glam look, as you can see by the title already. But basically, before I actually get to that, I'm going to use the same brush that I used for powder, and I'm gonna take some CoverGirl True Blend powder. I use the shade 1, and this one's broken, but it's really light, and I'm gonna use that under my eyes. And this also helps brightening everything, but it also helps with if you have some fallout, it's easier to just get rid of everything afterwards. And for the eyes, I'm going to use a palette, which is a basic, I feel like. It's an old palette. It is this one from Kat Von D, and it is the Shade+Light eyeshadow palette, and it has all these pretty but like neutral nudes. Like you can't go wrong with this palette, I feel like, just because you obviously need to have some colors like this for a lot of looks and like different ones. So I'm gonna start with this palette, and I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush, like a blending brush, and I'm gonna start off with this shade over here, which is a really cool toned browny ashy like kind of shade, and I'm gonna use that on my crease. And after that, I'm taking a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to take another shade because I feel like I don't look as good with really ashy and like cool toned shades. I'm gonna go in with this Colourpop shade, which is the named Sea Stars, and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna go in with this one just a little bit closer to my crease, and I'm actually going in with a previous shade just to blend everything out. And after that, I'm going to take, with an even smaller blending brush, I'm gonna take this shade over here, the dark one, and I'm just gonna apply that on the outer corner of my eye for that depth. As you can see, I've created that depth, and I'm gonna take the Colourpop shade again and just dab it on top, and then blending everything out with the previous shades. I always go back to the previous shades just because you will have that perfect blended look. And because I feel like it's a little too dark right now, I'm gonna take this one from Colourpop again. It's called Beach Blanket, and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna take it with a really big blending brush and just run it all over here to blend everything nicely. And I feel like we're done with the matte shades, and now I'm going to go in with something shimmery and sparkly. And for that, I'm again using, and I'm not going to do a cut crease, I'm not going to use concealer and stuff underneath the glitter, just because I want to do something simple, something that you can do pretty quickly, and I have this Colourpop kit which is called Polite AF, and it has 6 shimmers, Super Shock Shadows they are called, and I'm gonna take the shade, I don't know yet. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 shades. I'm gonna take the shade Birthday Girl, which is this champagne light, really nice color, and then I'm gonna also take the shade Deep Dive, which is a really nice gold bronzy shade, and I'm gonna place the lightest first, and for this I'm gonna use my finger because that's the best way to apply shadows like this, because these are like soft like butter, like actually they are super soft. And after I've applied that on my finger, I'm gonna apply it on my lid by tapping. I'm not taking it too much on the upward side. And then I'm going to, as you can see, I've stopped the shade over here, like at the middle of my eye. And then I'm gonna take the darkest, like the bronzy shade, and I'm just gonna place that in the middle and a little bit on the outwards side. And I actually haven't done like a makeup look like this been so long ago. It's been like super long ago. I don't know. This looks fire. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks really good, and these shades are amazing. And just because I want it to sparkle like big time, I'm gonna take a brush. This is gonna be this one I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna take the highlighting I used before from the Sophx palette, and I'm just going to apply some in the middle of my eye to make it extra sparkly. Okay, now I want to go out and I can't, and it's driving me insane. Now let's do the bottom lash line. I'm gonna use, with a really small brush, I'm gonna take the shade, because I don't want it super dark, I'm gonna take the shade that I used before from Colourpop, which is called Beige Blanket, and I'm just going to apply that in the middle and just drag it in the front, but like not till like the actual outer corner. And then I'm gonna use the darker shade, which is this shade Sea Stars, and I'm just gonna use that and drag it all outwards. And you could use an eye pencil in your waterline, but I'm not going to right now because I'm bored to get one, and I didn't get one right here. I actually love this. So I'm gonna do the other eye the exact same way off camera, and I'll be right back to continue with everything. As you can see, both eyes are done, and now we're gonna move on to some mascara, and we're pretty much done. And I'm first going to curl my lashes. I'm using the Benefit They're Real mascara, and it is a really black mascara. It's really nice, and I'm just using it on my top lashes, and with whatever's left on the brush, I'm doing the outer part of the lower lashes. If I was to go out right now, I would apply some falsies, and I'm gonna link down below, or I'm just gonna mention down below the ones that I would use, but I'm not using them today because I'm staying at home and I'm just bored to apply lashes for a minute and then just take them off. So yeah, so that's it for this makeup look. As you can see, it looks pretty nice. It has some nice neutrals in there, which are not super cool tone. They are more on the warm tone, which I feel like suit to pretty much everyone out there, and this is something you could create and I feel like will look great on you, so give it a go. And if you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also comment down below what you would like me to do next, because I want your guys' opinion. And yeah, that is everything. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because it means everything to me, and I'll see you next time. Till then, be safe, stay safe, and have fun, you know? Kisses.